This year's finally the year I finish platinuming the Dead Rising games. This is also I can lay the series to rest, like I said I would 2 years ago. I've got Case Zero, Case West, and Off the Record, aka the easiest ones to platinum, finished. I am not looking forward to re-platinuming Dead Rising 2 or 3 because they have some pretty aggressive grinds. Dead Rising 4 just sucks across the board, and doing Infinity Mode in 1 for the 5th time kinda sounds awful. So, those are all gonna be future Wes's problem. Past and current Wes snicker as I fire up Dead Rising 3's DLC, The Untold Stories of Los Perdidos. The catch? This time these are all starting on brand new files at level 1. Of course, we're starting at episode 1, Operation Broken Eagle, featuring Commander Kane. Remember Commander Kane? Probably not, because he gets blown apart in 2/3 of a second in the main game. They didn't even bother giving him a name besides Commander. This is his tragic backstory. Kane and the boys are infiltrating stealthily into Los Perdidos in a very loud helicopter. The boys are an interesting and diverse cast of characters. I sure hope nothing bad happens to them. Damn, they're not gonna be in Dead Rising 4. Somehow, Kane survived. Safe to say these DLCs are meant to be tackled after the main game with New Game Plus stats. Starting at level 1 is going to be a bit of a pickle. Thankfully, I know where everything is. None of the good stuff is here in the Aqueduct, so I just grabbed the side quest and the first dog tags. I managed to cobble together some gear and headed up to street level. This is where the greatest challenge of the DLC presents itself. Yes, I'm serious. Fighting one single Spec Ops guy at level 1 with a basic rifle. God bless Dead Rising 3's gun mandate. He's down, and here's the first real collectible, hackable ZDC cameras. I also get a call about the second set of collectibles, lost team members. The first combo weapon blueprints inside the pizza place, the Roaring Thunder, which I'm gonna use to zap zombies until I get to a car so I can drive to Ingleton. I'm already level 4, this won't be so bad, I thought to myself as I remembered how bad Dead Rising 3's driving feels without all of the upgrades. After a tactical vehicle transfer, I've arrived. Tucson, I see I've met you at a very Chinese time of your life. Tucson's dog tags are collected along with Dead Rising's little golden boy, Frank. The flaming helmet combo card? I don't think so. The Mecha Dragon, however, is the real deal. Why would you use regular combo weapons when you can use super combo weapons instead? Kane's braining zombies left and right with headbutts to get to Rondo's Wrenchorama, which has the second ZDC camera behind it. Hacked? But wait! There's more in this back alley. Starting with the Hail Mary blueprint, and now, at level 5, I think it's finally time to spend some attribute points. Starting off with generic blunt and generic gun combine, and an inventory space. It's smart to go smarts for increased PP gains, but it also gives you an insanely boosted collectible detection radius. This first point in smarts is absolutely worth grabbing first, so I didn't do it. I'll get it at some point though. But over here on this ledge is Ingleton's super combo weapon number 2, the Grim Reaper, which requires a scythe and a katana sword to make a bigger scythe. Hey, spin to win every single game. I'm using the Grim Reaper to spin walk my way over to Hamburger Fiefdom. Oh man, a prison bus? When it rains it pours. But there's some light in the darkness and it's sunshine! He's complying with my orders to join up. That's one of 2 alive survivors rescued. Before heading towards the crashed copter, I'm deacon left into Shanks. The Fire Reaper blueprints are just sitting right there. This is just a Grim Reaper, but like, it's on fire. Spin walking north by northwest gets me to the helicopter for the story-based black box. Also, the pilot Chang's here. He didn't make it. Neither did this random guy in a tragic ending, but I'll take the PP. And the bioweapons container too. That's for the Covering the Traces achievement. This bioweapons container is for another set of chores. There's 2 illegal safe houses to infect per district. We're down to 1 in Ingleton now as screams echo all around me. Before we get on with the story at the cab company, I'm gonna get situated with Ingleton's super combo weapons first. Heading westward to get a few more Franks and combo weapons, including the super duper Mecha Dragon Blade. 1 extra sword makes knife gloves apparently. Leaving that random dude's house, the ultimate muscle is mine. I'm using it to mostly ditch Sunshine. If he's following you around and he dies, you gotta collect his dog tags. It's a whole thing. It's easier just leave him in the dust. Freed from stragglers, I'm ripping through Ingleton. Down to the east side and then south to the gun store for some guns, obviously. Now to head north around the alley to find Han. Whoa, language violation there, Kane? I try to keep things PG-13 around here, but that's 1 more dog tag. Just slightly north of Han on this shanty is the Flame Mecha Dragon Blade blueprint. Then after a quick zigzag back down south, I'm jumping into the courtyard to find the Death Mask Reaper for even more spin-to-win goodness. This variant actually has a ranged attack. Double back to the gun store, and it's Capcom Vancouver's favorite trick for hiding secrets: climbing up a box truck. Big jump over to the playground for the Ultimate Reaper, which, as its name implies, is one of the ultimate ways to grind PP by clearing out massive amounts of zombies. All of that run around to get some crowd controlling capabilities. I made a ZDC control van from the Wrench-O-Rama and headed into the cab company. I'm Special Forces, but you could just call me a Janny, because I need to clean up this place, and I'm gonna do it for free. I immediately beelined for the truck. The split shot blueprint is mine, and since I unlocked generic blunt and generic gun combines, any and all blunt objects and guns can be turned into split shots. The split shot is easily one of the best and most plentiful combo weapons in the game because of Dead Rising 3's gun mandate. This giant Gatling gun's pretty cool too, but the roof has the comeback axe, sorry, the boomer axe. Zombie density in the other quadrants is looking pretty light, but I blew them all apart with split shots. Oh my god, a tragic ending on the truck! Not the best place to catch a cab. How ironic, in the cab company. Very glad I took the time to get the Ultimate Reaper because I used up all of my gun ammo and there's none left in here. The cab company is now successfully cleared, even though there's still zombies all over the place, but you heard the radio. To the roof to shoot a flare to signal the special boys to set up special operations. Achievement unlocked. Cleaning house, the true calling of any Janny. With the base in place, I'm perusing for some nearby weapons to give zombies a bruising. Flare gun and nightstick, that's a split shot. On the way to South Almuda, I noticed there's another hackable camera. Alright, let's just go ahead and do Capcom Vancouver's favorite task. Running a lap around every district, getting the collectibles. Straight north for another hackable camera, followed by split-shotting and spin-walking my way east back to the helicopter. Then I'm turning south and grabbing the camera by the prison bus. Since Commander Kane's greatest threat is other gun-toting enemies, I grabbed the firearms armor upgrade with my hard-earned PP bonuses. In fact, we're just gonna max out the firearms category. Continuing past Rounda's Wrench-O-Rama into the back alley. After some brain-teasing platforming, I've bio-cleansed the second Ingleton safe house. Look at that, a rooftop blueprint. Hang on, that's just two axes taped together. Let me ask you a question, zombies. Where are the collectibles? Where are they? They definitely aren't in the Chinese restaurant, but I got myself another Mecha Dragon Blade. I used that to fly myself to the next hackable camera, hidden behind this fire truck. Ooh, a Frank and all the blunt objects that I can carry. I don't think there's a more appropriate car to drive in a zombie apocalypse than a hearse. Driving recklessly north, I hacked the last camera by the cemetery. Ingleton is officially finished, and South Almuda is the current objective, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do another one of Capcom Vancouver's favorite tasks, going the long way around. There really is no time like the present to get the Sunset Hills and Central City optional objectives finished. Squad member Brady's brained by the bluntness of the muffler. Dog tags acquired, and his gun, and that's being made into a split shot. The Hog Hunter rides again, serpentining into Sunset. Now just weave up and down, and then left and right to get all of Sunset Hills collectibles. That starts with the first hackable camera and illegal safe house at the construction site. I've defiled the safe house, and ooh, the Defiler combo card. Don't mind if I do. Spamming my split shot has gotten me to level 15 already, as I head over to Joey's house. The path out of the tennis courts conveniently wraps over to another hackable camera, and then the flare signals that Hancock's already a zombie. Dog tags yoinked? God, there really is blunt objects and guns everywhere. It's like this game wanted you to exclusively use split shots, even though there's 100 other combo weapons. I'm resorting to meticulous map checking to plan my route. I'm heading back west to get the second illegal safe house at the school, hacking a camera or two along the way. Damn all of these footballers and their hyper armor. No, not that kind of football, you Euros. Safe house successfully unsafed. Look at that, the stairs are full of dictionaries and guns, aka split shots for days. Driving to the east side of Sunset, oh look at that, a flare. Collins is busy partying upstairs. You can't do that while you're on duty, buddy. Absolutely blasting my way to the end of the street to hack yet another camera. Now just to serpentine back around to get the other stuff. I went ahead and bought the increased sprint duration too because man, Dead Rising 3 is slow without it. 2 more ZDC cameras hacked through the middle street and that should be it. Time to leave Sunset Hills in style with the most grotesque combo vehicle, the Party Slapper. I'm drifting and sucking up zombies as I head south to Central City, which is definitely not in the middle of the map. And because there are so many pedestrian-only zones in Central City, I'm forced to, you guessed it, go the long way around. Which involves going left, and if you are curious, yes, mailboxes count as blunt objects, so even more split shots for me. There's a tactical climb required to infect the safe house, then I'm continuing along the path to hack another ZDC camera. Rippin' southbound, I found another flare for Haverman. After exploding the crowd of zombies, I've got his dog tags. They're somewhere around this pile of corpses. Oh, look at that, another combo vehicle by the hospital. The Shock Dozer, which I shan't be using, it's just not worth the trouble. Hacking a camera in the corner, which is directly under the existing ZDC speaker. Central City's loop continues to the Dutch in the butcher shop. After doing some spraying and praying, the Dutch joins. That's the Live to Fight Again achievement for rescuing both Sunshine and the Dutch. I found myself outside of the police station, and that means guns. There's also parking meters everywhere here. Those are blunt objects, so I completely refilled my inventory with split shots. The Bikini Bay building has the next illegal safe house on the roof. It's infected. 2 more to go. Heading north and weaving back around for, you guessed it, even more ZDC cameras to hack. Commander Kane's DLC is the lightest one in terms of collectibles, by the way. Inside the shopping street, Wachowski didn't make it. Got his tags. Over. 2 more central cameras left to hack. One is in the military checkpoint in the corner. The final camera's in the loading bay for the clothing store. Why do they need a forklift? I caught myself a cab and the Dutch is about to become the Ditched as I drive to South Almuda. North Almuda does not exist if you were curious. Those sneaky Vancouver boys hid Rodriguez's body on the bridge. He didn't even have time to light a flare before he got blown up by that RPG. Systematically doing the tasks in South Almuda, we're starting with the north side for the bio cleanse and a camera. Looks like some renegade forces barricaded the highway on-ramp. I'll have to make sure not to come this way later. The man in the van immediately stops by the fire station for the best super combo weapon in the game, the electric staff. Okay, this isn't quite the best one yet, but soon. I do a drive-by camera hack as I run to Almuda Farms. Then I perform the box truck jump to reach the roof. A free golden frank and the electrofire staff blueprints are here. Okay, this is the best one. Ramshackle rooftop shuffle kerfuffle for the bio cleanse. That's all 8 for the counter-terrorist achievement. Infecting a bunch of civilians seems a little terroristy to me, but okay guys. Drop into the street. More renegades are attacking me. In a self-defense situation, I won't be happy about the devastation, but I will be glad I defended my own life. In all seriousness, this is supposed to be a bit of a gotcha for the main objective. Too bad that I am a turbo genius and plan this from minute 1 of playing. All according to Keikaku. Just a few final collectibles in South Almuda, then it's racing to the finish in a convenient countdown circle. Southbound to hack remaining camera 4, then south once more for camera 3, followed by eastbound on the main strip to hack camera 2. I did a quick rip over to the gas station where Jefferson stopped in for a slushie. Too bad the machine was out of order. Straight north now to hack the final camera by the crashed subway. That's the Eyes in the Sky achievement complete. Time to celebrate at Speedy's G-Spot with Dixon. How my squad members got so split up is beyond me, but I'll take the Rest in Peace achievement. Conveniently, that leads us right back to the start of South Almuda, and directly south is Big Buck's construction site for the main objective. It's almost like I planned it this way. Cleaning up the zombified Spec Ops, it's time to drive the Armadillo back to base. This is a pretty unremarkable drive since I cleared out all the resistance earlier. Except I get to drive through the fireworks factory! Woohoo! Fun exactly 1 time, by the way. And this is the only way to easily get a car from South Almuda to Ingleton. Commuting is never fun, and while I'm a terrible video game driver, I made it back to the cab company unscathed. In the most roundabout way possible, of course. Because that's just what Dead Rising 3 makes you do. Open up, boys! It's a special delivery! Oh, look at that, it really was, because I got the Delivery Man achievement. Surely we'll be using the Armadillo for a dramatic finale. No. Why'd I even bother collecting it then? Base race, split shop stock up, and I'm catching a cab straight out of Ingleton to Central City. Oh, thank God they barricaded the highway. I almost thought that this would be fun and easy for once. Rolling up to the stage at Central City's museum and eliminate the president's forces. Wait a second, am I the baddie? Oh well, no reason treason it is. The renegades get blasted by split shots and then I use their guns to make more split shots. Now I can view the recording. Turns out the president has taken over the mayor's manor in Sunset Hills, which is barricaded again. It just keeps happening. The mission is critical, but there's always time for a burrito break. I managed to almost sneak out a level by burning my way to the mayor's manor thanks to the electrofire staff, but it looks like we're ending this at level 23. The president's got all of these private security guards and military goons, but they're all just done in by one special forces guy with orcish gun technology. Just slap some extra barrels on there and it'll shoot more bullets. Ha! Tactical dodging will never work when I'm firing in a cone. Maxing out the firearms category was so worth it, man. Getting hit with rockets, you just shrug them off, then use them to blow up the last remaining resistance. Finally, the end of the DLC. Frank first, then observing this absolute unit of a president. Seriously, look at her, she's huge. I'm just gonna take her safe and sound back to the cab company, in a cutscene. The president has been zombified, also in a cutscene. Jiminy Cricket must have slid into this tent because Kane suddenly develops a conscience. Kane really did just commit no reason treason. Uh-oh, here comes Nick! Commander Kane here definitely ain't gonna be in Dead Rising 4. And just like that, that's the final time I'll ever play and platinum Operation Broken Eagle. Dead Rising 3 Operation Broken Eagle was completed with all achievements in a speedy 1 hour, 57 minutes, and 54 seconds. That's with the extra challenge of a level 1 start. The Dead Rising 3 DLCs are collectively more of the same Dead Rising 3. As for Operation Broken Eagle specifically, it's honestly a pretty lame set of chores to do. You run to Ingleton, clear the cab company, bring a vehicle back to the cab company from South Almuda, and then do 2 very unimpressive shooting galleries in Central and Sunset. The elephant in the room is that Commander Kane didn't really need a backstory. He was just a completely unremarkable boss that you obliterate as a minor inconvenience as part of the main story of Dead Rising 3. 2 hours of district hopping with a charitable 15 or so minutes of cutscenes isn't long enough to give him any meaningful screen time. Even if it somehow was enough time to develop Kane's character, the classic prequel problem exists. Why should I even care about Kane? I know he's destined to be 6 feet under by the end of Chapter 3 in Dead Rising 3. You'll find that this is a recurring problem with the untold stories of Los Perdidos. The trophy set is mostly getting DLC collectibles, and honestly they're barely hidden. Capcom Vancouver made very little efforts to make them interesting to find. Not to mention, a lot of them are just stacked on top of pre-existing collectibles from the base game. You'll see that as we go through these DLCs that they use the same hiding places, like, a lot. Platinuming Operation Broken Eagle just evolves into you being a meticulous map checker while you run laps around the 4 main districts. Run to your marker, grab the MacGuffin, check it off the list, and then open up your map again. I knew that Operation Broken Eagle is really short and pretty easy, so I thought the level 1 start would have made it a bit more interesting. There are a couple of minor nuances, like places being open early, but that also includes the cab company, which has the early split shot. The split shot really is the single most plentiful and powerful combo weapon in the game once generic blunt and generic gun combines are unlocked. Getting the split shot early lets you crush the rest of the playthrough without breaking a sweat. But what am I supposed to do? Intentionally avoid all of the good stuff? Not in a platinum playthrough. Personally, I find Dead Rising 3 the definition of mediocre. It's completely unremarkable in like every way. It was blah at launch, and it's still blah today. That mediocrity turns into tedium when you start trophy hunting. Video games are meant to be fun, and when they feel like boring chores, you kinda goofed it, Chief. Thank you for watching Backlog Buster with a special big extra double thank you to all of my Blessed Buster boys. And some more adjectives in there too. If you would like to support Backlog Buster further, you can check out the Patreon or channel memberships to get access to exclusive Premium Buster videos. Otherwise, like and subscribe so you don't miss videos with my erratic upload schedule. I will see you all soon for the next video.